Hey guys, I'm Sabaa Tahir, author of An Ember in the Ashes. I'm sorry I have my phone today because I forgot the book at home because I am forgetful. And I'm here today with my very good friend Renee Ahdieh. Renee and I met last year in 2014. We both have debuts coming out around the same time, and we started talking on the phone and became just really good friends really fast, sort of a sister from another Mr. type thing. And one of, I think, the best parts of the debut year for me has been getting to know Renee. So now she is going to tell you a little bit more about why we are here.
Hi everybody, I'm Renee Ahdieh, and just kind of echoing what Sabaa said, she's definitely been one of the best parts of the debut year. She's kept me sane through all the craziness. I am the author of this book, Wrath in the Dawn. And we are just going to be answering some questions that have come into us via Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, and email. And we thought this would be sort of a fun and interactive way of answering those questions. So without further ado, I'm just going to launch in. The first question is for Sabaa, and it has come in through Twitter. It is, if you could invite any other writer to dinner, past or present, who would it be?
Okay, so I would, without hesitation, invite J.K. Rowling to dinner. One, just to thank her, and to thank her for the revolution that she has wrought in children's literature. I don't think either your book or mine would be on the shelf if it wasn't for the Harry Potter series and what it's done for kids lit. And then I would also love to thank her for the inspiring story, the fact that she has sort of, came from difficult circumstances and had to, fight to write it. I really relate to that. And then the last reason is I would just love to pick her brain and ask her, how do you research? How do you plot? How do you write? What inspires you? That sort of thing. So J.K. Rowling, and you're totally invited to this dinner, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna crash that. So
okay, good. Okay, excellent. So now I have a question for you, and this came in on Tumblr, and it's actually a question that I have also wanted to ask, which is, in The Wrath in the Dawn, the descriptions and the setting are so beautifully written, and they're very evocative and they're very emotional. And I was just wondering, have you traveled abroad? Have you traveled to the Middle East, and is that something that you drew on when you wrote those scenes?
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's a great question. I had the wonderful opportunity a couple of years ago of going to Egypt, and I went to Cairo and Alexandria, and there's a scene in The Wrath of Dawn that I love. It takes place in the souk, and it's wonderful because it was inspired by the souk actually in Cairo. It's one of the oldest souks there. I think it's like hundreds, perhaps even 1,000 years old. It's called the Khan el Halili, and it's beautiful because you walk into there, it's got like all these spices, the scent of food being cooked, all these wares being sold everywhere, and I really wanted, when I was writing it, to evoke all of those sensory details, and I hope I was successful.
Yes, you were so successful. I love that scene. That's one of my favorite scenes in the book. I love it. So, good job.
Thank you so much. So yeah, that was one thing. So the next question for you is, this is a really good question. I love it, and I believe it came in on Tumblr. It is, what magical ability would you most like to have?
Okay, so my first instinct is to say I want to eat anything without any health consequences. But I actually think it's great, right? But I actually think that if I did that, then the things that I love to eat and don't eat as much of because of health consequences, I wouldn't enjoy them as much. I'm basically a chocolate here. So instead, I would like the ability to shapeshift into a talking dragon. And the first reason is I would be a dragon, and that's excellent. There are not enough dragons in the world, and I would like to kind of fix that problem. The second reason is that I could fly anywhere. I could go and fly and see my mom or my brothers or my niece and my nephew, you, my other friends, and I just think that would be fabulous. And then the last reason is I would want to fly my boys. I have 2 little boys, they're 5 and 3, and they don't actually know that they need a dragon, but they do. It's very important. And so I'd like to teach them to be dragon riders and to fly around and do cool things. And being a dragon would, I think, help.
Yeah, forget the mother of dragons. You would be the mother dragon. This would be amazing.
Yeah, and it would be even better if they could shapeshift, and then we would have like a little fleet of dragons.
Oh my god, you guys would be unstoppable. Unstoppable to hear.
Like, baby dragons. Yeah, it would be great. So, okay, and so now I'm going to ask you a sort of a funnish question, which is, with leaving your book, The Wrath in the Dawn, and my book out, who are your book boyfriends?
Oh, see, that's completely unfair. Because, like, I knew the first thing that was going to come out of my mouth was Elias. Come on, be real. I mean, anyone who can wield swords like that, and it's just, that's a given, firstly. And I'm pretty sure, at least when I was reading it, I pictured him with a killer smolder. And anyone with a smolder like that, yeah. So definitely Elias from An Ember in the Ashes. Y'all need to read it. And then probably, Aaron from Marie Rutkoski's The Winter's Trilogy. Love him. Akiva from Daughter of Smoke and Bone. Yes.
Akiva, his golden eyes.
And The Darkling. Love The Darkling. And okay, so he's not really in a book, but it's a fictional boyfriend, so I'm just taking a little bit of leeway here. Zuko from Avatar. Big fan of Zuko. So those are some of my fictional
Excellent. So now we're going to wrap up, and we have one other thing we're going to do. I'm going to let Renee tell you a little bit about the first part, and then I'll tell you the second part, and then we'll be done.
Awesome. Okay, so we are going to be doing probably 2 or 3 more of these leading up to the weeks before our debuts. It was totally not intentional, but we're debuting within 2 weeks of each other, which is awesome.
So awesome.
Anyway, so we are going to be at TLA in April, and while we're there, we're going to be doing something for a giveaway. It's going to be involving 2 things that we're very passionate about. The first one is art, and the second one is shoes. So Sabaa's very passionate about the art, and I'm very passionate about the shoes. So stay tuned to see what that is. Yes. And Sabaa's going to tell you the second part of our amazing
thing that we're doing. Yeah. So in April, we're going to do a giveaway, and it's going to involve hopefully 2 hardcovers, a signed hardcover of Ember, and hopefully a signed hardcover of Wrath, crossing our fingers that we'll get that on time. And we're also going to have a bunch of swag, and it's going to be really, really cool swag that we handpick, that's themed, that goes with the theme of our books, and it's going to be awesome. So please keep an eye on Twitter for that, because we will be posting it up at the beginning of April. So now we're done, and we're probably going to get off and call each other on the phone.
That's hilarious.
But thank you guys for
sending us
listening.
your questions on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, whatever. And I'll call you.
All right. Talk to you later.
Okay, bye.